My next guest is another startup. This one's kind of gadgety here. The company is Tely Labs, and I'm going to butcher his name, I know, Srikanth Ravi. Was that close?
That's perfect.
Okay, great. And Tely Labs makes a product called Tely TV, and I'm going to let you tell us a little bit more about that. Give us the 30-second elevator pitch, and we have it all set up here. So. Yep. Give us a 30-second elevator pitch.
Well, we have two units sitting here, one on top of the big TV over there and a smaller
yeah, and
TV
David, we're going to use this. We're actually going to demonstrate the technology. We're going to do this whole interview. David's out in the audience. He's got the TelyHD on top of the big screen. We've got one here on this smaller screen, and we're gonna show it in action, right? So.
Yeah, that's right. So it looks like our unit connected back to our Menlo Park office here. So let me just
we'll change that now. So this sits on top of your TV.
That's
and
right.
In the back, it's got an Ethernet connection.
Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or wired, and then it has an HDMI connection to the TV.
So your TV doesn't have to be internet connected.
That's correct. It can be any HD TV with an HDMI connection. It has a HD camera on the face of it, along with 4 microphones that create a beamforming and noise cancellation scenario. And it's really ideally suited for the family room where you have mom, dad, and the kids in the living room looking to make a video call to connect with friends and family that might be near or far.
But the receiving person might be on a tablet with Skype or on a laptop with Skype.
That's right. This scenario, for the best performance, we have TelyHDs on both sides, but any of the 1 billion registered users on the Skype network can be called and connected with, whether they're, as you say, on a tablet or a smartphone or a PC or a laptop.
Okay. Now we have this audience here, and I don't know how much we can pick up on there, but I wanted to see kind of we wanted to set this up so we could see what it looks like if you have a room full of people, maybe a family of 10 and a family of 40 today or something. So,
okay, so why don't we make a call from over there, and if we can have David navigate to my baseball card over there, and he can see how easy it is. It's one-click calling, so there's all of your contacts are put into a carousel, and each one of those baseball cards represents one of the contacts in your list. And with the click of a button, after you find the person that you want to call, it's simply a matter of selecting that baseball card, and an HD video call will come up. So we'll wait for David to scroll over to my baseball card, which is Srikanth_Ravi.
Now this is undermining your notion that this is really easy to do. David's a really smart guy. You're not finding it?
I think I've got it up and running here. Are there 2 baseball cards for Srikanth? Is that maybe what happened?
Yep, that should be the idea.
So
if you scroll over using the left button or the right button and find my baseball card.
Okay.
There we go.
So I've got multiple logins, and unfortunately that's not the right one. Well, so what's happening here is that I logged into a demo account on the TV over there, which is also logged in at my office, so the call is actually going to, and there you can hear the call going through.
So he's calling back to your office?
That's right, he's calling back to Menlo Park. So let me just, if I can step over there, let me quickly make a call.
Well, you're connected, so we don't want to disconnect you there. Okay. But let's talk a little bit about the technology while let's see if David can hang up on that one and try to find the right card here. Now this product sells for how much?
This product sells for $249. It's available on Amazon.com as well as Skype.com. The main application in the product, while it's a Skype video calling feature, it's built on Android. And the intention of doing that was to allow our users to load other apps that they'd like to use from their living room TV. That might be Amazon Instant Video to stream movies into the home. It might be general purpose web browsing.
I see. So this unit right here is running Android. It's got a processor, and so in addition to Skype, it'll be able to load other Android apps.
That's exactly right. So with the general purpose operating system and a general purpose CPU, we can run lots of different apps. And we envision an environment where instead of firing up your tablet or a laptop while you're watching TV, you can quickly open up a web browser, make a video call, watch a different video from a different movie streaming service. All of those things can be done through the TelyHD device.
What we're going to do is I'm going to disconnect you here, let you go over and do that, and David and I are going to just talk a little bit about Skype. We're big fans here. And you come back. So David, I mean, and maybe we can get the audience involved a little bit too. I'm not sure if we have a mic, but my question would be, you know, how many people would envision themselves, would you envision yourself maybe doing a Skype call with your family from your living room, something like that?
Yeah, so I don't know, I'm looking out in the audience here, and I think that one of, you know, the idea of being able to connect this to the TV and do Skype through your television would be a pretty cool thing. It might be somewhat tied to the cost of it, because at the end of the day, we all have to spend some money on this technology, and our house right now, for me personally, is filled with all kinds of crazy stuff. We have Roku and Apple TV, iPads. So one question I have is how much does it cost, and then we can determine whether or not this is something that members of our audience might be interested in buying for themselves. So Srikanth, how much?
Well, as I said, the product cost is $249. That's a one-time fee. And when you think about how people are making video calls, whether they're in the business environment, which are probably your reader base, or some consumers might do, today the idea of doing HD video calling from a standard flat screen HD TV it's a very, very expensive proposition. In fact, the next least expensive HD video calling platform starts at about 10x the cost of our product. So beyond just the cost factor, it's the ease of use, it's the ability to connect to people that aren't using the same device on both ends. There's 1 billion people on the Skype network. Those are really all the benefits that are causing significant momentum for our product.
And do we think there's some other features to this other than Skype? So you can send or you can share pictures? How does
That's right.
Are we able to do that here in this
Absolutely.
desk?
So our device has a SD card as well as a USB slot on the back. So
you
simply
see that menu come up there.
Yep, that's right. So we can take our SD card out of our digital camera, and while we're on this call, we can simply navigate to the photo that we want to show David. And as soon as we select that photo, it's streamed in a synchronized way to both sides of the call. So he'll see what we call a collaboration window show up on his side. And at the same time that this image is being transcoded and loaded on our side, he'll see it come up on his side as well. Now this collaboration window, while we're showing photos here, can also be documents from the cloud. So it might be your Dropbox folder, might be a company intranet, so you can stream Microsoft Office documents and so forth.
So you're just going to get Dropbox as the Android app and take the photos out of there?
Well, through our collaboration window, you can navigate to your Dropbox account, put in your credentials, and start streaming PowerPoints or Excel spreadsheets in that same collaboration window.
Now, one of the questions I had before we got started was, it only hooks to HD TVs, right? So what we're talking about here is it's got to have the HDMI interface on the back of the TV in order for it to work. Is that correct?
That's correct. So 2 key points there. In the last 8 years, nearly every TV made has HDMI, so that's lesser of the issue. But as Fritz mentioned earlier, it does not have to be a smart TV. In fact, our device makes a TV a smart TV. Mm-hmm. So whether it's the video calling function we're doing here, or it might be web browsing or document sharing, all of those features. You can even play Angry Birds. So literally whatever app you can think of that you use on your iOS device or an Android device can display and operate on our platform.
And you can send video email, I understand, too? How does that work?
Yep, so if we make another video call to David and he's not there to answer, we can leave him a 1-minute video message, and it'll operate much like your home phone or answering machine at home does. You'll see the light blinking on the front, which is what's happening with our device here, indicating that there's a video mail waiting for you.
Okay, and so it is $249, Amazon.com or on Tely?
On Tely.com as well as on Skype.com.
And it's available now?
It's available now.
Great.
Why don't we do the reality check, Fritz, and see what our audience thinks?
Okay,
So,
poll them. What
I
do
don't know if
they
we can get the camera on the audience. By a show of hands, how many people out here think $249 is a good bargain for this kind of functionality and would actually buy one and put it in their house? Got a few hands going up.
I'll point
Lower
out
with
that we
the
sold out
pri-
at Amazon.
Is there a price point? Anybody have a price point where this would be, where they would, it would change their mind? 149. I heard a 149. Okay, well, there's our unscientific, unaudited audience survey. And Srikanth, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on Valley View.
I put you on the spot.